In July 1947, something fell from the sky in a remote part of the New Mexico desert. Initially, the United States Army made a startling announcement they had recovered a flying saucer. A few hours later, the story changed completely. Suddenly, the government claimed it was just a simple weather balloon. But then a question arose that still intrigues the world today. If it was just a balloon, why did they change the story so quickly? This event became known as the mysterious Roswell Incident, which happened near the city of Roswell. And decades later, it is still considered one of the greatest mysteries of modern history. Imagine living in a small town in the middle of the desert, a quiet town where almost nothing out of the ordinary happens. Suddenly, something strange falls from the sky during the night. The next day, metallic pieces scattered on the ground attract the attention of residents. Soon after, the army arrives. Soldiers begin to collect the wreckage, and then rumors begin to circulate. Some people say it didn't look like human technology. Others say something was hidden from the public. Since then, thousands of people have wondered, was that event just an accident or something much more extraordinary? The Roswell incident is much more than just a story about UFOs. It has become a symbol of something bigger: humanity's search for answers about the unknown. Between theories, investigations, and documents revealed decades later, Roswell continues to raise a question that still divides opinions today. What really fell in that desert in 1947? It all started in the summer of 1947. A farmer named William Brazel found something strange scattered across his property. The material looked unlike anything he had ever seen. There were very light metallic pieces, strips of metallic paper-like material, and unusual structures. Confused by what he found, Brazel decided to notify the authorities. Soon the news reached the nearby military base, called Roswell Army Airfield. Shortly afterward, soldiers arrived at the site and collected all the debris. But it was what happened next that turned Roswell into one of the greatest mysteries in history. On July 8, 1947, the Army released an official statement saying that it had recovered a flying saucer. The news quickly spread through newspapers across the country. It was a surprising claim, but just a few hours later everything changed. The military backtracked and said that it was actually just a weather balloon. For many people, this sudden change raised suspicions. Why announce a flying saucer and then change the story so quickly? For decades, the case seemed forgotten. But in the 1970s, researchers began to investigate the incident again. Witnesses who lived at that time began to tell surprising stories. Some claimed that the debris did not appear to be made with technology of the time. Others said they saw soldiers isolating areas and transporting mysterious materials. These accounts further fueled theories about what really happened. Some believed Roswell was the site of an extraterrestrial spacecraft crash. Others believed the United States government had hidden evidence of this encounter. Decades later, the government finally presented a new explanation. According to official reports released in the 1990s, the recovered object was part of a secret project called Project Mogul. This project used high-altitude balloons to detect Soviet Union nuclear tests during the early Cold War. The balloons carried sophisticated equipment to capture sound waves from nuclear explosions. Because the project was extremely secret, the government preferred to give a simple explanation to the public. This would explain why the military changed its version so quickly. Even so, for many people this explanation does not resolve all the doubts, because some witnesses stated that the materials found did not resemble anything that existed at that time. And so, the mystery continued. More than 70 years have passed since the incident. Even today, Roswell remains one of the most discussed events when it comes to UFOs. Some believe it was all just a secret military experiment. Others believe that event may have been the first contact with technology from another world. The truth is that, even with investigations and official reports, the mystery has never been completely solved. And perhaps the most fascinating question remains: what if that night in 1947 really was something much bigger than we imagine? The Roswell incident remains one of the greatest mysteries of modern history. Between official documents, theories, and witness accounts, the event remains shrouded in doubt. Perhaps one day the truth will come out.